What's going on, you guys? What do you guys feel like the next gen hardware for Sony is going to be? Do you feel like the games are going to be particularly good on launch? Because I'm specifically talking about launch titles. What about the features? What kind of features do you think is going to be in that game? What do you think the price is going to be? Do you think it's going to be a really expensive console, a mere tier, when it comes to how much money it's going to cost? Or do you think it's going to be like a base model or a higher model? And what do you think the name's going to be? I think it's pretty safe to say it's, what we all know that name's going to be. And when do you think the date's going to be? I'm going to specifically focus on these aspects of what I think next gen's going to come out for Sony. We're going to go ahead and start with the games, obviously. But first, before I get into the video, I do want to state that I really appreciate all the support I've been getting from the community. I have been getting a lot of support in terms of, Mixer, Twitter, YouTube. I was just on Press Start Podcast, so definitely check that out. You guys know where that is. So let's go ahead and get on to the video. Games. I feel like Sony is going to have at least one good launch title with games. I feel like that's going to be one of their first parties. I don't think they're going to rely on too much of a third party. Obviously, they're going to have third party on their console at launch, but I don't think they're going to want to shine on their exclusives and not the third party exclusives. You're going to have your Madden, your 2K, stuff like that. But I think they're going to I think Horizon is going to be a launch title. And I think that's what they're really going to capitalize on, because I feel like Horizon is that new IP that got a lot of good hype. And I feel like that's a good time for Horizon to come out. I do feel like we might get a Last of Us 2 on the same day as well. But I feel like they won't want to consume Horizon's sell point. So they might do that like 6 months later. They might be another game on launch, but I feel like they're going to stick to maybe one, maybe two exclusives for the launch. So maybe Horizon. I don't think there'd be a Knack 3. Who knows? There might be a Knack 3. We might see a Knack 3. So, maybe Death Stranding. That could be a launch title, because no one really knows exactly the exact term for how long it could be. That might be the reason Death Stranding hasn't really seen any solid gameplay, because it's not ready to be announced, because it's going to be a launch title. But, who knows what's going on with Death Stranding. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and lock down and say that Horizon and Death Stranding are going to be launch titles with, variety of titles from third party. So the next thing I want to go about is features. Now, Microsoft's always been a little bit more, it took in the advantage when it comes to features. I think Sony's going to really broaden on that next gen. I think that they're going to let you change your gamer tag, stuff like that. I do feel like that is coming. And I feel like they're going to, they're working that now, because they know next gen they're going to really need that. I think that they're going to have a lot more, proactive consumer stuff when it comes to that. I do feel like they're getting a little cocky right now, but I don't think that they're going to let that affect them a whole lot going next gen. Now, I do think that they might not do backwards compatibility, just for the fact that, they've been selling so well, and they've been, especially the remakes that they brought over, they've been doing well. I feel like they'd rather sell you Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, all these games like Bloodborne. I feel like they would rather remake those and bring that to the PlayStation platform, whatever the next gen's called, which, we'll go into that now. I feel like the next gen's obviously going to be called a PS5. Xbox, it's hard to tell. I'm going to make another one of these videos on Xbox, but I feel like a PS5, that's a safe bet. I don't think it could be anything else, to be honest. If they change that direction, the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5, I would be completely blown away. I don't think that anyone in this watching this video would think it'd be something different. Now it comes to the date. I used to think it was coming out in 20. Maybe announced in 19, comes out in 20. But now I'm starting to think we might see it, like, its own little reveal next year, and it comes out next holiday in 2019. And the reason I say this is because I've been seeing a lot of the way that movement's been going on. I don't think Sony's going to take another E3, because once next E3 comes out, are they just going to show the same games they showed this year? I feel like everything they did this E3 has been planned. And I feel like they're going to do some kind of reveal for the PS5 next generation. And they're going to, after that, they're going to go ahead and when they show the reveal, that's what's going to happen is after the reveal shown at E3, they're going to drop nothing but game news. So, you know, I do think that's good. I think that's exactly what they're going to show. And I think that's going to be what's going to happen next year. Now, I don't know. I can't guarantee if it comes out. Like, I'd love to be able to guarantee, but I feel like a good part of me, I really expect it to come out in 2019, 19, I mean, in the holiday. But it wouldn't surprise me if it's 2020 either. If I were to be a betting man on the month, I would say November. That's usually the standalone. But the Switch has shown that you can release at the beginning of the year and do fine too. But, you know, that's my perspective on it. I think Sony's going to do good next gen. I think the only thing that could really hold them back is the backwards compatibility if they don't do it. But people have assured me there's no way they won't not do backwards compatibility. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, go with them. Say that Sony can definitely see the landscaping in the gaming industry. They see what's going on. They see what's being around them. And they're not going to make a foolish thing of not making the PS5 backwards compatible. But anyway, you know, tell me what you guys think. Do you think that any of these things I said is wrong? Do you think it's going to be next year or 2020? Put that in the comment section. Definitely like this video if you enjoyed it. I'm going to make a lot more discussion videos. I generally try to stay away from the news videos, but I'm going to bring a lot more into that because I have been told that people would like to hear my perspective on certain things. You know, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.